We're in Mill Creek Park for a press conference on Suicide Prevention Hotline with the CEO of the nonprofit and Mayor Lucas. And they're using these K cars. That's what they're called. They're called K cars, KEI. Imported directly from Japan. They're even, right-hand drive. And they put these neon signs on and everything. Well,
sorry about that.
LED signs. I drove one of these in the Philippines. It was a Suzuki, I believe. These are Hondas. They pretty effectively put the message on the cars, the actual words that people said when they called these hotlines. These cars aren't super popular in the United States or all over the world. They're pretty popular in a lot of places, but not here. And they're very popular in Japan. Looks like I have a break, so let's have some coffee. Cappuccino. This is my last assignment for today, the 9/11 Memorial here in Overland Park, and it's a pretty touching memorial. They've done a really good job. Centerpiece, of course, is the beam from the World Trade Center. I guess it was down in the basement, and you can see all the damage that was done to it. 23 years ago tomorrow. A lot of us remember it like yesterday. Hey, I got a hold of the guy in Raymore who works on Navion, or works on I-5 Sprinters, sorry. And so I'm going to take the Navion down to Raymore. Oh boy. At least have oil changed, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Here we go. I am down here in Raymore, Missouri, and this is the first time pulling up on this place. Could it be the place I need for, to replace that Freightliner place that decided they didn't want to do Sprinter vans anymore? You can only hope, but we'll see. Looking for a guy named Sean. High voltage cheer. KC Sprinters entrance. Alright. I hope he doesn't look at this thing and go, eek! You didn't tell me it was a RV. I see Sprinters, and they're all the same vintage. Well, not that one. Okay. Unit B entrance. Alright, let's just back it in here and get around this Scion. I know it's pronounced Scion, but I like to make fun. Yeah, he may not have the lift for this thing. So a lot of people say, but can only try. Oops, let's not back too far into the trees. Alright, we're here, we're queer, get used to it. So here is what's causing my problem. See how that's split? That goes on the turbo. It's a this type of flange. I forget what he called it, but it basically makes the turbo less noisy. And it's glued together, and they eventually fail. And this piece right next to it, he recommends, is an aftermarket piece that will not fail. There's the turbo and the thing, we shall call it, technical term, goes on the end there. And I'm knocked out. This is a lot easier than, haha, famous last words. Don't say that until it's done, until it works. There's the replacement part. What's that called?
It's a turbo resonator delete.
Now
Okay.
this thing is amazing. It's an Airstream, and I've never seen one of these before.
So it was a collaboration between Westfalia and Airstream. They took a 2006 Sprinter, they cut the roof off of it, and they put this much higher roof. I can stand up in the back of a Sprinter, but normally like the roof's about where my head is. I can barely touch the ceiling in this one.
That is amazing.
It's got a motorized skylight, which is pretty cool. It's got these pop-outs that are kind of nice. The bed is up here, so this comes down. And then
Or
this whole
additional
thing-
storage.
Yeah, and then this whole thing slides and ends up coming through these tracks to about here. So this folds out to about a little under queen size. It's probably like between a full and a queen. My wife and I slept comfortably on it. Then there's a little table in here that comes out, and that hooks into this track here, and you can swivel these seats around and everybody can use the table. And then it's got a kitchenette, so a propane stove. I forget the size of the water tank, but it's got water and everything. And then
We have to switch places
okay.
because it's got a full bathroom, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, which is like, I don't think I've ever seen a van that's this size that has a full wet bath.
Wow.
So where's the light on this guy? I need to change that bulb.
And this thing is for sale.
Yes, it is. I need to change the bulb in there. So it's got a full wet bath, which is a black tank toilet.
Mhm.
The sink pulls out and connects up there and turns into a shower, and it's all sealed in here.
Oh, nice. So it's European style, but except for that part, they use cassette toilets in Europe.
Yeah, here we use black tanks. So yeah, it's really, really cool, really unique setup.
And how much do you want for it?
I believe we have it listed for 75, but we'd accept like 70.
And it's got how many miles?
54,000, I think.
Which is low miles. And what year is it?
2006.
2006.
Yeah.
So this is nice.
It's got.
And you can get to the back too.
Yep, that left door there is a closet.
But
And
I
then-
mean, you can open the back hatches and there's
Oh yeah, there's more storage back there.
there's storage back there.
And then
And there's
this
storage
is
underneath too.
its fridge.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. It's
I
not
didn't
the,
even ask about that.
yeah, it's not the biggest in the world, but it'll fit anything that you need. And then it's got a microwave under there, but the microwave only works when you're either plugged into shore power or the generator's on.
Oh, and it's got a generator. Interesting. This is what they would call, if it had four-wheel drive, it'd be called an adventure van.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think it qualifies. All right, well, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Well, pardon me for glowing. I'm wearing an orange short shirt and I'm driving into the sun. Which is a very poor choice for wearing an orange shirt. But sometimes you find things and you just like can't believe your luck after so much searching and trying to go to dealerships, which is a big mistake, and even contemplating educating yourself in stuff that's beyond me, which I still want to do. But so I'll get to the point. I found this place online and I tried calling it and I couldn't get an answer, you know, before we went on our trip last weekend. And then finally I called it again today and they took me right in. His name is Chris Thompson, KC Sprinters, and he specializes in these older Sprinters, but I think he does all Sprinters. And he just does Sprinters. And I mean, he found the problem right away, got to it, fixed it, I hope. Did an oil change, did a bunch of other things, and he was very reasonably priced. He allowed me to hang out with him and talk to him, and he told me everything he was doing, showed me what he was doing, and I've got a real education. So it's a very rare find. It's very, I can't believe my luck, and I guess it's a sign, you know. This thing doesn't have 2 tires in the junkyard, because you know it's a dually. 2 tires. I guess it would be the rear tires, maybe 1 tire in the junkyard, but not so much. I mean, you know, RVs are notorious for being maintenance nightmares. It's just the nature of the beast. I mean, you have a vehicle that was built by 2 manufacturers who don't necessarily see eye to eye. One manufacturer buys from the other a basic stripped down, in this case what they call a cutaway van, which is a cab and chassis, and then they add the rest. And we were talking and he said something I pretty much know, and you know, it's a word of warning about people in RVs. One thing that RVs are notorious for is going through their transmissions, and I guess this one is no exception. And then people will take an RV and they'll hook a tow vehicle up to it, and they'll flat tow, what they call flat towing a car. And I've decided I won't ever try to do that. It's just too tough on your RV. And he said, oh yeah, you know, your Sprinter van is doing all it can just to tow the coach they put on it. And the manufacturer of the coach will easily exceed the specifications of the chassis. And I'm like, yeah, I've suspected that. And I'm surprised you got that many miles on your transmission. Yeah, well, that's unfortunate, because transmission on these things is not cheap. I go, oh no, nothing of Mercedes vehicles is cheap, because parts are so hard to come by. All right, do I want to go this way? I think so. Well, I'm in Belton now, and it's rush hour, and I'm taking the back way. So I guess I need to concentrate on that. It's been a long time since I've been in Belton. I guess I'm going to head west on this route, go through a couple of roundabouts, and then head north on Holmes, and hope this thing doesn't prove me wrong, because right now I'm feeling pretty good about things with this van as far as this van goes. I even called and left a message for the chief engineer at where I work, because they have one of these Sprinter vans. They have a couple of Sprinters actually, and one of them's been causing trouble, and I said, yeah, you should go talk to this guy. He probably fix it and show you how to take care of things, but I don't know. Anyway, let me get through Belton. There's a lot of cars driving around here. Well, my excuse is I'm waiting for rush hour to die down, which it probably already has. But I'm gonna go get something to eat, because the missus is tired and there won't be anything to eat at the house. And it's a beautiful evening for a walk. This parking around here sucks. I've come to like this work that's advertising something, but it's so much better than what was up there before. I haven't been here in a long time. Let's see what they have. Smells good. salad with chicken, some
We're moving on to
chili,
question number 6. Ooh,
and
we're getting to
tarts.
the pretty
Trailer
difficult
park
questions now.
Trailer park tots. Oop, ketchup. We are sassified. There is home sweet home away from home. And somebody already made an offer on it. It wasn't much of an offer. They offered to make payments. I'm afraid it didn't work that way. And I see somebody parked right on my bumper. I'm glad somebody didn't park on my other bumper or I'd be here for the night. Yep. Now it's time to go home. Home.